A Utah family is honoring the legacy of a woman who they say was always there for others. 18-year-old Faith Pitts was at the head of her class there at Olympus High School. She was an artist, a gifted athlete, and last December she was rushed to the hospital with a blood clot in her lungs. She received 110 units of blood, but it wasn't enough to save her life. So to celebrate her life, her family is hosting blood drives in her honor. And joining us here this morning is Faith's family. We've got her mother, Lisa Pitts, her sister, Heather Dupay, and Sherry Van Bibber from the Utah Red Cross. Ladies, thanks for being with us here today.
Thanks for having us.
Thank you.
You know, I think this is one of those things that it's a touching way to remember her. You know, if this was something that was an issue for her, being able to now remember her through these blood drives, I can't think of a better way.
Mm-hmm.
How hard is it as her mom and her sister to be able to kind of relive those memories of what she's been going through?
It's hard. It's only been 5 months since she passed, but it gives us a focus. Instead of, you know, of course we're going to grieve, but instead of focusing on our grief, we can help others. So when Faith was admitted to the hospital and they went through 80 units of blood, and the hospital came to me and said, "We're out of blood."
This was all that they had.
That's all they had. We used every bit of blood they had at IMC Hospital. And it shocked me because as big of that, you know, as that hospital is, I assumed they would have plenty of blood. They only had 80 units, so they had to send out for more. And so we used a total of 110 units before we had to take her off life support.
And was it the blood, the lack of blood, that was eventually that ended her life?
She, because of the blood clot, the way things happened, she just was bleeding out and they couldn't stop it.
So it might have been a contributing factor, yeah.
She ended up having a stroke and no brain function, so we had to take her off life support.
I can't imagine how difficult that decision must have been in that moment, and kind of walking into the hospital, the surprise of what was going on with the blood clot, and then to be able to know, well, what do you mean you don't have blood?
Yep.
Yeah, it was
Right.
shocking.
Is that common here, Sherry?
Well, no, we usually, but it depends too. I mean, it's a struggle sometimes. Going into summertime, going into December are struggle times of the year for blood banks. And right now we're noticing people are getting very busy and the donations have dropped off. And people are great when there's an emergency, but we need it to be constant and we need people to remember, go take an hour break and donate. And we need to ramp that up because about 3% of our state donates, so we need to grow
That's it.
that. Yes, and that's what I think that's what they definitely want to do is increase that knowledge. And it's going to be on Faith's birthday,
On
May
the Monday.
17th.
Oh,
so-
is it?
So every year we're going to do a blood drive on the day that she passed, December 4th, and then on her birthday on 5/17 every year. We're going to do 2 blood drives a year just in her memory and to just bring awareness to how important blood really is. I mean, it couldn't have saved her, but it definitely will save other lives.
Yeah, and that's one of those things when we talk about how life or how blood can save someone's life. You know, you never really know who that affects until we meet them here in person.
Yeah.
We appreciate you guys coming in, and if people want to join that blood drive, how do they do it? Where do they go?
They can log on, they can download the Red Cross app and book an appointment. We're also having a blood drive, 2 days we're having the blood drive at the Red Cross on 5/17 and 5/21.
Right.
And then
And the sponsor code for that's Faith.
Faith.
Yeah, Faith, in memory of Faith.
Yeah.
And then we're doing a ward blood drive on the
Saturday.
Saturday the 22nd. But you would need an appointment.
So you know all the things to be able to help out there, and of course if you want to be able to participate, we have a link on our website, abc4.com/GMU. Ladies, thanks for joining us here today.
Thank you.
Appreciate your story and being able to help pay that forward for others.
Thank you.
Thank you so
And
much.
Brian, we're still doing the antibody testing, so that goes to convalescent blood to help our COVID patients that are still there. So
There's
please
a lot
come
of
and
that
join
need.
us.
You betcha.
We want to make up that 110 units. That's
Yes.
the goal every time.
We'll do.
Yeah.
Thanks for coming in today, ladies.
Thank you.
Thank
Thanks
you.
so much.